Welcome to another edition of Horses to Follow for KwaZulu-Natal. Do you know that song? You look into my angel eyes, love my eyes. Do you know that song?
Do I have to look at you all this time? No, I don't know it.
Could I make a living from singing?
No.
Okay. How are you?
Good, what?
Now, let me make it very clear. I'm not sick. Last night I fell asleep with the aircon blowing on me, on my face, all night. I've woken up this morning snotted up, as you can hear a little bit. Stupid.
It's not my problem.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just telling you. I thought you care. You don't care?
No, not really.
Oh, at least you're honest. You're a bit like another mate of mine I know who, lives in Joburg. Tell me now. Sunday, the 2nd of May, 2021, Hollywood Bets Gravel on the turf. The 300,000 Rand World Sports Betting Guineas Grade 2, the 300,000 Rand Independent on Saturday Drill Hall Stakes Grade 2, and the 250,000 Rand World Sports Betting Fillies Guineas Grade 2. Mouth-watering.
Good stuff. Start of champion season. I think we couldn't get better. I think these are the best fields we've had in the Guineas and the Drill Hall for many a year.
But we've got a feast of racing over the weekend. Saturday is Champions Day up in Gauteng. Phenomenal stuff as well.
Yeah, the champions, the premiers, was the premiers champion? The 4 racing premiers champions.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Summer Pudding coming up against the boys for the first time, really. Malmoose and got the green light, so it'll be interesting to see how they go.
Now, I'm going to Turffontein on Saturday.
Jesus, there's no show without punch. I tell you.
Okay, now, we've got a very important guest in the form of Vusi, who's going to be joining us a little bit later on. So let's go through the races. We'll touch on some news, and we will interview Vusi a bit later on, because no doubt he'll be an interesting man to listen to. 11:30, early start on Sunday at Hollywood Bets Gravel. The first race is an interesting race because I don't think it's too deep. I like Serena Slam. I like the fact that Gary Rich has put Samanga Kumalo on No Name brand. Nothing against the apprentice at all. But obviously Samanga Kumalo,
he's a little bit stronger than Caden. Yeah.
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Caden, I have no doubt, has a very bright future. So, No Name brand, I respect. But we need to find out about the horse number 7, Izzy Vungu from the Peter Muscat stable. What do you like?
I've gone Serena Slam. I think Carl Hurtson's got the right one there. It was narrowly beaten last time out. I think that she'll be the right one here.
Respect for Grey Ocean. Be remiss not to include Grey Ocean.
Yeah. It was the Vungu, whatever. I see here Anton's indisposed again. Apparently he fell off a gallop here the other day and injured his knee.
Do we know how long he's going to be out for?
No, but listening to the jocks, it could be some time now.
So he won't be riding on Sunday?
No.
Okay. Grey Ocean, we interviewed Warren Kennedy this morning for the Understarters Orders show on the GTV show, as we call it, and he was quite upbeat about Grey Ocean having a winning chance here. It certainly has Grey Ocean. But I like Serena Slam. You're in Serena Slam's camp.
I'm Serena Slamming too.
Okay, Serena Slam, Grey Ocean, No Name brand, and watch out for Izzy Vungu. Race 2, the Independent on Saturday. Personal finance maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1,200 metres. I'm big on Paul Peters' horse here, Dragon Queen. Gavin Arena's going to ride. Solid form and certainly has to have a bright chance.
No, definitely. I think it was a good run last time and it narrowly beaten the time before that in Joburg. So I don't know, that Joburg form might be a little bit stronger than ours. But I've gone Leopard Lady. I think MJ might have this one primed for this race.
Okay.
It's only had 2 runs.
So we're a little different, but that's okay. Andrew's for Leopard Lady, I'm for Dragon Queen. Leopards and Dragons. The third race is the Independent on Saturday, Sports and Racing maiden plate over 2,400 metres. Did you hear that?
Jeez.
I thought there was a lion coming around the corner.
I am a lion.
So our producer's
yeah, he's just taking a big
wind there.
My clan totem is Shumba, which in Shona, which is a Zimbabwean language, it means the direct translation of lion.
Is it water or vodka that he's got in that glass?
I don't know. Can we sniff it?
Yeah, look at this dog. Come on.
Come.
What's the dog's name again?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Dog.
Oh.
Bobby.
Now, beautiful dogs. Okay, the third race. This horse, Command Council, number 7. I'm encouraged to see that Richard Fourie is sticking with this horse. Very unlucky last time. He's by no means a good thing, but I give him a bright chance here.
No, definitely. I don't think Richard Fourie had much choice in this race. I think the form is a bit thin. I'm giving Ray's a Hallelujah one more chance.
Warren Kennedy was upbeat about Ray's Hallelujah,
I think he's the one to beat here.
Okay, so Ray's a Hallelujah, Command Council, and number 9 Ellis Island for me is the lurker in the race. Number 9 Ellis Island, the lurker, and you've obviously got to respect number 2 Mount Athos from the stable of Sean Terry. The fourth race is the Independent on Saturday. Affluence, merit rated 82 handicap over 2,400 metres.
Take a breath.
Taking a breath. I thought it was a very competitive race. Did you see it easy?
That's wide open, I think. I thought Spring Fling has come good now. I think it's looking for the 2-4. So I think you can ignore the last run. It was a good run with Crown Towers. Crown Towers in this field would be a certainty. And the form before that was over a little bit shorter. I think the 2-4 might suit. So I've gone Spring Fling, but it's not that easy.
Yeah, it's not that easy. Run to Denmark also motored home behind Origami last time. Major Return Can Improve. Great Affair did well last time. Also behind Origami, charged home in Oro, number 12. Nearly beat Favour. So there certainly are a couple of horses in here that have got bright chances.
St. Philip ran a hell of a race last time.
Could win again, St. Philip. Dream Destiny's got a chance.
I saw Dream Destiny this morning, looking very, 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 very well.
Okay, so
and I think Banzai Pipeline is another one you've got to put in there.
Absolutely. So it's a race that you've got to load up.
Yep.
But Andrew's in the camp of Spring Fling. I'm on the fence.
What's that running?
Fifth race is the Independent on Saturday. Drill Hall Stakes, a Group 2 over 1,400 meters. Now here's a race. Here is a race. When I interviewed Justin Snake this morning, are you paying attention?
I'm paying attention.
And you'll see it on the TV, and on YouTube, and on social media, and on the websites.
Well, you're getting famous.
I just wanted to see how patient I could have you. Pinkerton, number 12. He said he hasn't brought this horse to KwaZulu-Natal to enjoy the Durban curry. He's brought this horse here for business. And reading between the lines, he's expecting a big run, and so am I. I like a bit of Pinkerton.
Now, Pinkerton, he's obviously his course is distance suited. Most of his recent form has been over 1,400 meters. What worries me is drawn 12.
That was naturally his concern.
Yeah. 12 at over 1,400 meters is a bit of a tricky draw.
I've got all the faith in Richard Fourie, though. He'll get this horse over from the draw.
Yeah. And then you got Rainbow Bridge class.
Well, let's talk about a couple quickly. Eden Rock, number 1. Got to have a chance.
Yeah, but I don't think he hasn't been this trip for a while at all, has he?
No, he's been this trip, but not for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay. Trip to Africa, that one Fuller running last time. Duncan's always rated this horse. He's going to have to run big here to have even a thought for the July.
Yeah, it might be a bit short for him. I think he's probably looking for a bit further at this stage, but this will be a warm-up.
Catch 22, number 4, that's got to be the horse to beat.
That's the one I've gone for.
Okay, so Catch 22 is the horse to beat. Wild Coast, obvious respect. The stable fancy this horse, as they do Pinkerton. Rainbow Bridge and Golden Ducat. Now,
Golden Ducat, I think, is far too short.
And Rainbow Bridge, yes, he's done well over this distance, but knowing Eric Sands and following these horses, I'll get it right, following these horses' paths over the past seasons, this is the first step into the big races.
Yeah.
If they can win, they'll win. I just don't know if I think they're going to be running on powerfully and they're going to be in the mix. I don't know if they're going to win.
The thing is, they're both class horses, so that could carry them through. I mean, even Golden Ducat, he probably prefers a lot further than 1,400 meters, but he has done well over a mile. So you can't discount him.
No, you never.
Bridge is class, but he hasn't run since the Met.
Can I finish?
Yeah, I suppose.
You never, ever, ever discount Rainbow Bridge and Golden Ducat. I mean, you'd have to go and have your head seen to. Yeah. They've got winning chances. But I just feel that this is their first run of the season. and
May just need it.
they may just need that one run.
Yeah.
But they obviously got to go into absolutely everything.
Ultra Magnus.
Yeah, Ultra Magnus, good horse, but there's some strong opposition here. I don't know. I would include him, but not my first choice. I would play him with trifectas and quartets.
Yeah.
Silver Operator, I was disappointed with his last effort.
Yeah, so I think we've covered all the bases there.
Catch 22 and Pinkerton for me. Obvious chance, Rainbow Bridge and Golden Ducat. We like Catch 22, but Pinkerton I'm not leaving out of anything. The 6th race, the World Sports Betting Fillies Guineas Group 2 over 1,600 metres. For me, they're going to have to run some to beat Captain's Ransom.
Yeah, I think so. It's an obvious choice.
You happy with that?
Yeah, she shouldn't get beat.
Okay, well, let's not waste any more time because it's the obvious banker. Justin took her for a gallop the other day to the track at Hollywood Bets Gravel. We all saw the gallop, and
She's got a hell of a stride on her.
Oh.
It's lovely to watch her.
lovely. And he tells us that, as you'll hear on GTV, all his systems go with her. I fancy her quite strongly, as you do.
Well, if anybody fancies something else, good luck to them.
7th race, World Sports Betting Guineas Grade 2 over 1,600 metres. What a race. MK's Pride, Linebacker, Russian Rock, The Gatekeeper, Comedy Dung, Seeking the Stars. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know where to go, actually.
You don't know where to go.
No, MK's Pride, that's Joburg form. You don't know how strong it is.
Beat Mr. Got the Green Light,
Yeah,
although
but-
Got the Green Light was needing a
Yeah,
run.
probably needed the run, yeah.
Linebacker won the Derby in facile fashion.
Yeah, and his form over a mile is pretty good. But, MJ, Bielefeld, I don't know. I'm still not convinced of that Guineas form.
Stop it now.
No,
Stop it now.
This race will tell.
How many more races do you want to tell?
Well, so far they haven't done very well. Russian Rock, Rascallion, both down the bloody Swanee.
Hold on, let me just hold on. Let me see if I can find the exact stats for you. Let's have a bit of fun and put this to bed now. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second to find the right. Okay. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Linebacker ran second in the Guineas.
Right,
Won the Cape Derby next time out.
right.
4th was Jet Dark,
Yeah,
who won the Queen's Plate.
yeah.
6th was Seeking the Stars, won the Bailey Turk.
Not a great field.
8th was Malmoose in his only non-win in 8 career starts.
That's
Went on and won the Triple Crown.
That's what they're rating the Guineas form on. That and Jet Dock.
Yeah, Willow Express, who finished last, won his next 2 starts in Joburg. That's right. Look, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Sure,
Absolutely.
sure. So how good is Comedy Dung?
That's a question. And reading between the lines,
I think you might need it.
no, reading between the lines and watching the interview, or doing the interview with Michelle Ricks. Oh, she just lights up about this horse, and why not? He says that she just quickens. He's got a turn of foot like you can't believe. How good is he? I don't know, to be quite frank with
Well,
you.
we'll find out.
We're going to find out. I'm going to make it clear, I'm not saying he can't win. Of course he can win. But, Fire Alley, Tanzanite Queen, legitimate, as you say. This is going to be his test, and I think he could pass it with flying colours. What a racehorse.
Yeah.
His gallop was unbelievable.
I actually hope that he does win, just for the small man's sake.
So a hard race to give our first 4, but we've given our selection. What we've touched on. Who's your first choice then?
I've gone Comedy Dung, and I've gone MK's Pride and Linebacker.
Okay, so you've gone Comedy Ding. I have gone. I don't know. I don't know what I've gone. Maybe
on the fence, not running again now.
on the fence. Not really good. Maybe number 1 MK's Pride, but with no confidence. The 8th race is the Independent on Saturday. Arts and Pleasure Pinnacle Stakes for fillies and mares over 1,400 metres. Justin thought this horse Trickster would run a big race, and why not?
Yeah, he's probably looked at my tips. Yeah,
Okay, continue.
Yeah,
What do
I've
you like?
gone Trickster.
You've gone Trickster.
I've gone Trickster.
I
thought-
like. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, I don't think that run behind Princess Colour was anything as wasn't her form. So I think he'll definitely improve on that run.
I like 3 horses: Trickster, Jasmine, and Dancing Feather. I'm going to be taking a 3-way boxed exacta.
I've gone Mount Laurel and third runway. Okay, so
Well,
Yeah.
it's a case of great minds never.
Never,
What's that saying?
differ.
Great minds think
Whatever.
alike, or fools never differ. Ninth race, the independent football on Saturday, merit rated 78 handicap over 1400 metres. Banker for me, number 1, Midnight Badger.
What? I don't even know I was running.
Ninth race, number 1, Midnight Badger, banker. Second to Dark Vision last time, pole position, 1400 metres, Paul Peter, Warren Kennedy. What more do you want?
No, you married to that stable.
Well, they're having the winners.
I'm going with Prince of Taranto. Luke Ferrano's Tony Livin. I spoke to Tony this morning.
Yes?
He said it's difficult jumping into the race of this caliber, but he said he's way above average.
Okay.
He thinks he's a nice horse.
There you go.
So
watch out.
maybe we're on to something there. Yeah.
Okay, 10th race is the independent on Saturday, inside a merit rated 78 handicap over 1400 metres. Green light to heaven, looks like it's his day to shine.
Yeah, surely got to get there sometime. I've been big on this horse for a long time, and he's let me down. I think Sunday might be the day.
Well, there we go. That's the 10th and final race. So a feast of racing. We are looking forward to it, and a weekend of racing. But we're going to move on, and we're going to chat to our guest, Vusiwe, who will be with us shortly. Welcome back to the Horses to Follow podcast with Andrew and myself, and it now gives me great pleasure to welcome our very special guest to the studio, if you can call it. None other than Vusiwe Ndlovu, who is the assistant at the Paul Lafferty stable. Vusiwe, lovely to have you with us. How are you today?
I'm all right, sir. I'm happy to be here. I'm fine. I'm strong.
Vuz, we got you on the show to learn a bit more about you and to share your knowledge and your information with everybody. How many years have you been in horse racing?
At the moment, it's more than 35 because I joined Left at Ashburton in 1986. It was May, I remember. It was May.
May 1986.
I remember Vusi.
Lafferty
He
and
was running the
Ashburton.
stable then as well.
Are you still, you were the mayor then, still, of Ashburton?
Yeah, well, I was a bit more scarce in those days.
More scarce. Now, so you remember Andrew from Ashburton days?
Yes.
You-
Those days I was there. I used to see me cycling. Even he go to the pens with the horses, I used to see me stand next to the pens. He got his bicycle. Yeah.
Cycling?
I know him long years ago.
I threw the bicycle away long ago.
Jeez, I can see, judging by the size of your tank
Oh,
and
nice.
my
No,
tank.
you're supposed to see
But
my
don't worry,
tank.
I've got a tank too. You see, we've got tanks. Only Vusiwe hasn't got a tank because he's more hardworking than you and I. Okay, so all those years ago, you started at Ashburton with Paul Lafferty.
Yes.
Was that your first racing stable?
No, I came from my home. I work at the farm, Sugar Hill Stable.
Okay.
At Doug Campbell.
Doug Campbell,
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
They were treating me very good. Even his son, Stuart, Mori, Luella. Hey, I was happy there. But I decided to move to any Upton at Ashburton.
Okay.
I didn't stay long other than I moved to Lafferty and I got a Lafferty and I'm still with him now. Yeah, I'm happy. I do my job nicely. I don't worry about anything.
Vusiwe, what? Tell us about your job. You tell us about your job. What are your responsibilities? What time do you wake up in the morning?
I used to wake up 3 because I want to do my job in the right time, and I take my time. I do whatever I want to do, and I'm supposed to do it because I don't want to rob myself. I wake up at 3 o'clock. I do shaking, check living, check legs, and I come back to do a feed for 9:30 when we finish to work. And then after that, I'm going to put the bandaging. All the horses, they need to put the bandaging at his legs before they go out. And my mate, I got another 2 chap there, Paulos and
Sugar?
yes, and Michael Mbell. They're helping me to put a bandage. And then after that, I took out first string. After first string, we come back to prepare 7 o'clock string with Lafferty. That's how my job is run. After that, I check all the horses. Which one is got cut? Which one is lost a shoe? Which one is need a bandage?
Okay.
Yeah.
No wonder he's so thin.
He's a hard-working man.
So I like to be look like this. But my problem when I'm back to riding a horses at the track, I'm gaining more weight. When I'm not riding a horse at the track, I get it thin. I don't know how it works. Maybe my body.
Bruce, are you not riding any work at the moment?
I'm riding now.
You're riding now?
Yeah, my boss he you want to see me riding, because he said, when I'm riding horses, I come with good information.
Well, that's where I want to interrupt you. Is it's well known that you've got good hands with a horse.
Yeah, I
Very
can
good
read
hand.
the horse.
And you can read the horse.
I can find anything the horse it had when he work, because it's not one problem about it.
Whether it's the
horse
back
when
or the teeth or
Yeah.
the mouth or whatever it is.
Yes, it might be hanged. You can think, it's the mouth. Sometimes not the mouth, the leg. If he saw at the leg, it might be hanged. If he
Yes.
saw the back, he can pull you, because he want to get a balance from your hand.
Yes,
You see?
yes.
That's why some others, when they go to the track, they stick up. They tells you they got problem. The horse is not. It's got no problem. It goes straight. You see his hip. He's pricking his ears. Even when you go to opening, some of the horse, he tries hard because he
Yes.
want to finish the job.
Yes, yes.
You
Yeah,
see the
so
horse
true.
is shaking, he's sweating before you enter the opening. It tells you something wrong, and you need to read the horse. If you used to ride every day, today you riding horse was feel like this, and tomorrow you got something wrong. You say, it's not the same horse. That must go to your mind. It tells you there's something wrong in that horse. You need to read the horse.
Yes.
You can't keep riding, pushing, say, okay, it's wrong if he's go to a track. And he got different days. Some days he's fine, some days he's not. It
So
tells
you know each individual horse, so
Yes,
you know
yes.
it's not feeling
They're
well.
not same.
Yeah.
They're not same. They're not same.
They're not
you
the
can't
same.
ride a horse with the same like other horse you rode before. No,
Yes.
no. You need to read the horse. What kind of reins you want me to hold? You see, some of the horse you can hold with a short reins because of the problem he had. Some of the horse is relaxed. It's got nothing wrong. You can do whatever you want. Just be easy. Give you a good comfort on your back, and you sit comfort. You do your job. But the horse got problem. He might be.
You just got to find it.
So the message that you're saying is that if the horse is telling you, you must listen.
Yes.
You must listen.
Yeah.
If he's sticking up, he's sweating, you must listen to what his problem.
Yes, and don't look one thing, because as I said, if he's hanging, you can think, maybe it's a mouth problem. No, sometimes it might be a joint or knee,
Yes,
or
yes.
behind hindquarters or
Hand
back.
quarter, yeah.
Those things make the horses to give you a problem if you're a rider.
And Vuz, tell me, I'm told that you're not frightened of any horse.
No,
If a strong one jump, the horse is fly jumping, anything, you take charge of that horse.
I don't scare, because when I'm riding a horse, I don't want to do my own thing before I find out what is his problem. That's the main thing. If I find out there's his problem, I come in my plan how I can handle that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not helping me to go to a track. The horse is fighting, and I hold my stick, I hitting with my stick. That is not helping me. It's not helping a horse too.
Sure.
You see? Yeah. You need to read the horse.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Okay. You must have ridden track work with some very, very good jockeys over the years.
Yes.
Tell me a few of those.
I work with Sean Comic.
Yes.
When I was the AP.
Sure.
And we came here. Robbie Hill also, he used to come to ride Lafferty's horses. I work with him. Jeffrey Lloyd. That's a main man. I remember Leff was got a filly, was a sprinter. His name was Battersall. Always was give us a hard time. I remember that day he said to me, Vusi, I said, tomorrow I want to ride that horse. I said, okay. Exactly road, he came to ride the horse. He told me what we must do. I said, okay. And that I keep in my mind. I did after he's gone. The horse didn't give me a problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Jeff Lloyd, very good.
Yes.
He's always good at feedback. That's why the people like.
Yeah. Well, that's
All the
feedback.
trainers is,
Feedback is
the main
important.
thing is the feedback.
Feedback.
Yes.
Because even tomorrow you can keep working your horse, but it's a problem with the horse. You need to find out the problem.
Yes. Yeah.
You need to find out the problem. And even us as we're a rider, sometimes we make mistake with grabbing a horse with a reins the horse is not accepted, Yeah. Like when I go to the opening, I grab a horse with tight reins, short reins. The horse cannot fight with me. Cannot think he must jump and go because want to finish the job. The pit is must be so at the mouth.
Yeah.
You need to read the horse.
So you also
Once you
need
read the
to
horse, the horse
read
cannot give you a favor too.
Sure.
You read
Yeah.
the different bits as well. You change the bit if it doesn't suit you. Change to a rubber or a snaffle or a ring bit or whatever.
Yeah.
Vusiwe, Paul Lafferty, he's always joking. He's always happy.
He can get it angry like everybody.
Yes.
But Lafferty is funny person. That is not taking time. If he was angry now,
Finished.
it's finished.
Yeah.
And the main thing, if you get angry about somebody, you need to tell him what exactly was supposed to do. You can't keep shouting, and you not explain him, and then he's gonna know, okay, this is wrong. This is the way to do this. You see, and then all that is gone.
And of course, his children were all grown up in front of you. Jan, his wife, and the
that's
children.
a good people.
And of course, the two daughters, Paul.
Yes.
They were babies. You saw them, man.
Yes, and they were my friend.
Sure.
Yeah.
Vuz, do you have any input when it comes to planning a horse's program? How are you going to progress it?
I tell you, my boss, he does not take me like a worker. When we sit there, we talk about the horses.
Right.
We talk about what we must do. Yeah. It's not what you said, Vuz, anything wrong.
Yeah.
Just try to fix it. If it's not, come back and tell me.
Yeah.
And
We
it's
work
so
as a team.
it's so wonderful because to have a man like Vuz's caliber, you have trust in him. You know what I'm saying? He's part of the team, as he said. So you've got
After this podcast, you might get a few job offers.
He'll never.
I'm old now.
He's
Old now.
He's old now, and I tell you, so many years with the Lafferty stable, and loyalty is a big thing, and I tell you, that's what Vusiwe is full of. But Vuz, time off. Tell us about your family. Are you married? You're not married? You got children?
Yeah, I'm married. I got old people now. But if you look at me, you can think, maybe it's a baby. My two sons are working in Germany.
In Germany?
They're in Pinetown.
Yeah.
In Germany, in Pinetown.
Yeah.
My daughter, he's working at Maritzburg. He finished school. He does nursing. Yeah, and my wife is there. But the problem with my wife, he look after cattle. I got sheep, goats.
Okay.
Oh,
Where's your house?
Ikopo.
Oh, gee, a long way away.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's long way. But when I drive my car from here to there, maybe an hour if I just go.
Right.
So
I'll tell you something. You don't look like you've been working for 40 years. You look like you.
he looks younger.
20, yeah.
He looks.
Yeah.
How old are you, Vuz?
I'm gonna be 56 now.
Sure. Looks younger than you and me.
Yeah.
Eh?
Speak for yourself.
You know,
Okay.
I'm a man who's not doing a lot of things that people they enjoy it. You know?
Yeah. And Vusiwe, do you get a chance to go home fairly often?
Yeah. Some days when I want to go to home, I used to take my car and go to my home, and I managed to wake up early and come to cover the job. Like as you see me at the racing every day.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm off Saturday, I drive to my home, and then next morning I come back to prepare to the racing like that. You know.
Your job, Vusiwe, obviously the horses, the animals, you love it. You wouldn't change it for anything. You love the horses, you love the job.
Animals, a big friend I saw when last week I was going to my home. That's a new bull. They came there. He's fighting. He's not like people, but I end up to control him.
Okay.
Because he has got some scabs on his legs, a rope he tied on his leg. And my coach, they are friendly. They see my car. They come around the car because they know sometimes I used to come with a food. We feed them. And what keeps me happy about my animals, even we got new cows, the bull and the female. They enjoy to eat at the house now. They not worry about to go to the field.
Okay.
They eat, then they come back. They look at food inside the yard. Yeah, that's a part of. I'm close to the animals.
Yeah.
Well,
As you know, I got a friend at my yard. You know his name.
Security. Have you ever met the yard's dog called Security? His name is Gilbert. Gilbert.
Yes.
I'm surprised he's not here because everywhere you go, he goes.
You know, if you go down to the yard now, you never see him because I'm away. But if I drove my car down there, it's gonna be first. We're gonna see. It's gonna wait for me there at the top. He's chasing cat. He's chasing everyone when I come in my car. Like when I take key in my room. When I go to my car, he's the first one. He jump out the door. He look out under the car. He look outside. He chasing
the cats.
He stand there and I drive. I know I'm clean now. There's nothing I can crash it.
It's amazing, eh?
Has Laf still got so many cats? The last time I counted was about 60.
Yeah, we got a lot of cats, but they wild. There's only one his friend. His name is Tika.
Tigger. They all got the names, eh?
Yeah, only one, because those other one they're wild.
Okay.
You can't name them because they can't listen. But they clever. When I'm calling Tiger, all they come because they know
Food.
there's some reason I call Tiger.
There's food. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another one. That's the other dog.
Sally.
Sally.
Oh, it gives us a problem. Every morning when we go to a track, we used to lock her inside
Yes.
because he ran up here.
Coming for the sausages.
Yeah, they give him sausages. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that.
Yeah. I know they say, yeah. He does, as you see now.
I hope he didn't put it on the bill last time.
Buzz, tell me, you enjoy going to the races. Which part of your job do you prefer? The working at the stables and at the track, or you also like going to the race course?
No, it's difficult to pick up one because of I know that's a big part I must playing at the racing.
Yes.
I do the leg bandages, I do the plate at the horses, I selling the horses. Here, yeah, there's no much job here when I'm here only to do a bandages and that.
Okay.
But at the racing, yeah, that's because at the racing you have no time to duck around. On the right time you must do this is supposed to do.
Yes.
Yeah. But at all, I enjoy my job. Yeah, all my job I enjoy.
What was the horse? What was the horse like Harry's son like to work with? And at what stage, when you saw Harry's son, did you say to Paul, this one could be a champion?
If you don't know him, it was difficult to point him he's a good horse because he had the track was not showing anything, was just keep his head down. He started to show when at the track. When you work him, his own, there's no horses around. He never give you that good feedback.
Okay.
He was a lazy horse. If you work him, someone was there at the front. That's how he was show you. He was check your hands, you want to go. But once he go past, he just drop that. He looking around. That sign was a good sign.
Yes.
Good horses, they have no time to play around, sweating around, talking about. They focus what you do.
Intelligent horses, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Harry's
true.
son was a top horse, I'm telling you.
Sure.
He was a top horse.
Would you say he was the best you've worked with? I know Lafferty's had a lot of good horses, but was he the best?
When you work him at the track, he was not give you that best. But when you work him with other horse, he was showing he got something. Yeah. We've been training a lot of good horses. Some
Yes.
of them they showing here at home,
Yes.
even at the racing. Harry's son was not showing much. Here, but was got ability.
But he won the classic in Joburg, wasn't
Yes.
he?
Yes, and the classic
Yes.
in Joburg, absolutely. Harry's son. I was privileged enough to be there, and it was a great race meeting. It really was. Sure, I mean, absolutely wonderful to hear Vusiwe's story. Your plans now for the future? You say you're getting old. Are you happy with the way things are going? You're doing what you have to do.
Yeah, but when I look my body, it's still strong, but I don't know how many years I'm gonna be left at. He's still training, because I don't want to jump away and say I leave Lafferty stable to go to another yard. No, that it can't help me.
Can't help
No.
you. Yeah, absolutely. And as you say, you've been so loyal for so many years.
Yeah.
You're part of the family.
Yes, maybe when Lafferty leave the game, I can decide to go to my home, or some trainer, if you see, I still can do
Yes,
good
yes,
things
yes.
for him.
Yes.
It cannot depend. You see, yeah.
Now you say you're driving your car, which is nice. You've got your independence.
Yes.
So when you finish, you go to town. You get
Yeah,
your groceries. It's nice. You can go and enjoy. You can a bit of freedom, I suppose you could say.
Yes, but I'm not that person who like to walk around. When I finish my work,
Go and
I
rest.
Go to my room and sit there and rest. Only thing, when I need something in town, I go to town, or when I go to my home. My car used to spend in town a lot of time there.
In the stables.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Soccer, are you a soccer fan?
I was. But now these days, I don't like even to go outside to watch, because the way we playing is not the same way
Not
now.
good.
It's
Maybe you
another
should
generation.
become a soccer manager instead of a
No.
resource trainer.
No.
Well, Vus, that's it's been interesting to hear your story, and sure, we could sit here for hours and hours, but you need to go and get some rest.
Yes.
But often we say, Andrew, there's so many people behind the scenes that we don't know about. And that's why we wanted to talk to Vusiwe. And you've known longer than I have. You've known Vusiwe, I've known. You're always friendly. You're always happy to talk to people. You're always happy to help. And for what you do for horse racing, we just want to say thank you.
Thanks very much, sir.
And all the best. And we look forward to seeing you at the races. And
where's the next champion from the Lafferty stable?
We're still around. We
still looking, still trying.
We got a few babies. As you know, when you're trying something, you never give up. You always got something in your mind.
There's always that hope.
To say, I would get something. Yeah, we got a few babies. We never know. Some they promising. Yeah, some they can be right horses.
Well, they say about trainers, they never committed suicide if they got unraced 2-year-olds in their yard.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as there's some unraced 2-year-olds, you've always got a chance. Yeah, absolutely. Vusiwe, from all of us, well done, thank you, and all the best to you.
Thanks for coming on.
I wish you a good time, you guys.
Okay, Andrew. She's lovely to hear. Thank you, Vusiwe. It was running there in the grass. What a great man. I mean,
he's been around a long time.
His presence, his whole aura is just that warm feeling.
Yeah, he's old school. He enjoys what he does, and he looks after his horses. He's proud of his horses.
Absolutely.
Nice. I mean, you look how they turned out at the races. He does their mains and things like that.
Yeah.
Mains are not easy, yeah?
No.
Time consuming.
Okay, before we wrap, this table needs a new leg.
Yeah.
Before we wrap, any other news? Or we've touched on champion season starts on Sunday. We've spoken about the big meeting on Saturday. Injured jockeys, Anton Marcus is out for a little while. I see Donovan Dillon's back, so
strong. I think Eric Sands has told him he's got to be strong for Golden Ducats.
Okay. Anything else that you can think of at the top of your head, really?
No. I'm just looking forward to the racing in the weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be good. But I think let's close with this.
Unilo.
Wonderful to see Keegan DeMello get a sponsor. Al Kahil pre-training. www.alkahil.co.za, and they've got a brochure. How nice is that picture?
Candy's taken.
How nice are those pictures?
Okay, all right. Stop.
And pre-training the next stars of the track. And thank you for their brochure. And I believe they've given Tawanda a cap. Nina a cap. There we go. Thanks to Al Kahil. But we need to get. I've got a cap. I got it from.
You haven't managed to snaffle one.
I did from the sales in Joburg, but you need a cap. But thanks to them for their brochures and sponsors of Keegan. Tracy Woolard runs the establishment there at Al Kahil. I don't know why you always rush to get back to the top of the hill. The establishment is just here by the clubhouse. It is the most magnificent facility you've seen. So I don't know why you don't go and have a look at it. Tracy would love to have a cup of coffee with you.
I've got work to do.
Is that what it's called?
It's called work, yeah.
So I think that's a wrap from us. Let's be safe. Let's help keep those coronavirus numbers down. But let's try and keep the money numbers up by winning bets. And
well, if they follow our tips, they'll be in the cash.
They'll be in the cash, no problem. From Warren Inferno, Andrew Harrison, Vusiwe Ndlovu, Tawanda Tadavinga and Nina, the whole team here at Summerveld Clubhouse. We will see you as always on Sunday in the number 1 box.